By popular demand in my last video, we are going to be doing the Declutter series. So welcome to episode 1 of my makeup collection and declutter. I am going to do my best to upload a video every day this week, starting today, Monday, of my makeup collection and declutter in segments. So we're gonna do 5, maybe 6 episodes if I include brushes, and each episode is going to be a certain category of makeup. And I'm gonna show you my collection and then also do a declutter in the process. This is my 3rd series of declutters. So going back to 2015, which is when I did my very first declutter, at least on the YouTube. So if you've not seen any of my previous makeup declutters, I will link a playlist here so you can go check that out. Because this is the first episode of my makeup collection and declutter series for 2018, I thought I would just again reiterate the purpose of why I declutter my makeup. It's not to end up with 2 lipsticks and a blush, because I know myself and I am not a minimalist in the beauty category. I like to have a few different products to choose from, and by a few I mean 20. When I first started buying makeup, I would just buy whatever, whenever. Didn't really matter if it suited me that well or if it was like a meh product. I would just buy it just to buy it, and I've since realized that that's not a good mentality to have when it comes to buying makeup, because it just resulted in a lot of waste. The number of products that I've had to just toss over the years is astounding. I try to give products away where I can, but there are just some products that have gone off that no one will take, so it ends up at the hazardous waste at my waste management facility, which is unfortunate, but that's the reality of where makeup goes when no one else wants it and you buy it and you don't use it. So part of the decluttering journey for me is not only curating the products that I currently own, but also being a little bit more picky and choosy about the products that I buy. So today's episode is going to revolve around lip products. So in February on my Instagram, I did a lipstick a day for the entire month. So I did 28 different lipsticks each and every day. So I'm gonna start by showing you guys the outcome of that. Then I'm gonna show you my entire lipstick collection, do swatches, and then also a declutter. Anyway, without further ado, let's flip the camera around and take a look at the products. So barring any lip balms, which I'm sure I have a couple of floating around in my beauty room and in my handbags, these are the lip products that I currently have. And I'm gonna start off by going through the lipsticks that I used during my lipstick a day for February. So I'm gonna go through 28 lipsticks, and then I'm actually gonna show an image here of me wearing that lipstick in case you missed it. I think it's still live on my Instagram, but I want to show you guys that, and then we will start with the declutter. Number 1 was the Dior Addict Extreme Lipstick in Lucky, which is a really pretty coral pink. Day 2 is NARS Dolce Vita, a sheer warm plum, kind of a dusty rose. Dusty rose is probably going to be a very popular description going forward. Day 3, Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Big Spender. Day 4, Lancome Rouge in Love in Violette Coquette, which is a bright violet purple. I really love this shade. Day 5 is the Sephora Rouge Balm in Bashful Beige, which is a muted rose. Marc Jacobs Eat Cake from the new Nudes collection, which is a peachy nude. This was a custom lipstick from Bite Beauty. It's kind of like a My Lips but better shade. Day 8 is Hourglass Femme Rouge lipstick in Fresco, discontinued now, but it's a gorgeous rosy nude. Day 9 is a Charlotte Tilbury Walk of Shame lipstick. It's the Matte Revolution, and it's a really pretty berry rose. Day 10 was the MAC and Guillaume Battista Valli collection in Charlotte. It's a matte red. This has been discontinued, but day 11 was the Dior Fluid Stick in Vertigo, which is a really fun berry color. Day 12 was a Lancome Matte Shaker in Beige Vintage, which is a muted beige rose. Day 13 was Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution in Bond Girl. For Valentine's Day, day 14, I wore this really bright, sheer, cool pink from Chanel. It's the Rouge Coco Shine in Romance. Day 15 is the NYX Butter Gloss in Angel Food Cake, which is a really pretty beige pink. Day 16 was the Lancome Juicy Shaker in Mangoes Wild, which is a really pretty sheer watermelon. Day 17 is this gorgeous cool berry from Marc Jacobs in Boy Gorgeous. Day 18 is MAC Plumful, which is a really pretty plum shade. Day 19 is the Bite Beauty Liquified Lipstick in Puree, which is a very pretty burnt orange. Day 20 is the Laura Mercier lipstick in Spiced Rose, which is a very pretty rosy beige. Day 21 was the Dior Addict Extreme in Plaza, which is a bright, cool pink. Day 22 is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick in Pillow Talk, which is a really pretty medium beige pink. Day 23 is the Hourglass lipstick in Nocturnal. Day 24 is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Color in Dolce Vita, which is a really pretty matte dusty rose. Day 25 is a Giorgio Armani Rouge Sheer number 500, which is a really sheer but bright magenta. 26 is the Bite Beauty High Pigment Lip Pencil in Rhubarb, which is a warm plum. 27 is another Chanel Rouge Coco Shine in Liberté, which is a soft corally peach. And then day 28 is another Bite Beauty lipstick in the Amuse Bouche formulation in Verbena. These are all of my lip products. Now I'm going to try to color group them so that we can decide which ones we're gonna keep and which ones we're gonna let go of. So I have separated everything into essentially like 3 color families, I guess. The top row are like my neutrals and my nudes and my rosy beiges and my rosy plums. The second row are the brighter shades that I have, so either the reds, the violets, like the deep berries. And then the bottom row are the peaches and the pinks. So I know off the bat I'm gonna get rid of a few of these glosses because I don't wear them anymore, and also I feel like they probably have gone off by now and they're very old. These are the Burberry lip glows. These are one of my favorite lip glosses, and if I have a hankering to pick up another lip gloss, I would probably purchase these or repurchase these. I got this in a set a very long time ago, and I used to wear this one in particular. This is the lip glow in blush. I used to wear this all the time. This is like my favorite color family of lip product, and I also really enjoyed this one, which is Rosewood. I would occasionally wear this one, which is Nude Beige, but I didn't really like it as much as these other two. But as you can see, they have kind of been drying out over the last few years, and I just feel like the formulation isn't what it used to be. So these I am going to say goodbye to. Kind of breaks my heart a little because I love these, but time to go. And I'm also saying goodbye to these 2 lip liners because I just have realized I do not wear lip liners. The only lip liner that I do wear, if I do wear one, is the Pillow Talk lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury. If anything, I'd probably just pick up another color in that formulation because it's really lovely. I'm also going to be keeping these 3. We have the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil, the Lanolips Tinted Lip Balm in Rhubarb, which is really pretty. I actually quite like the Lanolips. I've just recently discovered them at Sephora, and they have really nice lip products. And then this one is a little mini of the Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow Gloss, which is just as lovely as everyone has claimed it to be. It's a very universal color. It works well for me, and I am like an NC35, but I also have a much fairer friend who loves this gloss also. So yeah, I'm very happy with this little mini purchase that I picked up. So we're gonna start with the first category of peaches and pinks. I'm gonna swatch all of the glosses and stains that I have. So the first one is this YSL Gloss, which is a beautiful peach. Then we have the Dior Lip Glow Pomade, the It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi gloss, the Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector in Candy, and then the Lancome Juicy Shaker in Mangoes Wild. Out of this bunch, the only one I'm saying goodbye to is the Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector, and it's only because I've used pretty much the whole thing up, and I feel like it's time to get rid of it. I won't be repurchasing this anytime soon because, I don't know, the applicator just kind of freaks me out. Now we're gonna swatch the kind of oranges and peachy colored lipsticks that I have. I don't have too many. The first one is the Liquified lipstick from Bite Beauty. I love this one. It's a burnt orange. I really like the formulation. It is, very opaque, very comfortable to wear. I usually don't apply too much because it is a little slippery on the lips. I've had this YSL Glossy Stain in number 7 for a very long time, and I'm just gonna say goodbye to it because I actually never reach for it anymore, but I used to love and be obsessed with this formulation. I'm going to also say goodbye to this Chanel Rouge Coco Shine. It is a really pretty sheer peachy coral, but there is a bit of shimmer to this lipstick and I'm not a huge fan of that anymore. I will definitely be keeping the Marc Jacobs Eat Cake from the new Nudes collection because it's a bit of a different lipstick than the ones I have. It's more of a peachy coral and I really like this formulation on the lips. Moving on to the other half of the lipsticks in this category. So these are all of the cream lipsticks that I have. I know for sure I'm going to say goodbye to this custom lipstick from Bite Beauty because it's a little bit too cool tone pink for me. The next one is MAC Lustering, which is beautiful formulation. It's a luster, but again, I don't really reach for it that often, so I'm just gonna back to MAC this one. Now I do love this Giorgio Armani Rouge Armani Sheer number 500. It's sheer, it's bright, it's comfortable to wear, so definitely keeping that one. It's a no for this Clinique Almost lipstick in Flirty. It's sheer, it's very nice to wear, I just never reach for it. The last two lipsticks are from the Dior Addict Extreme. It's discontinued now. The first one we have is Plaza, then we have Lucky. I'm gonna keep both of these because I love the formulation and I love these pinks. Out of these pink lipsticks, I'm keeping these and saying goodbye to these. Now we're gonna go through the nude, my lips but better kind of lipsticks. First is the Lancome Juicy Shaker in Piece of Cake. I love this, it's sheer, it's comfortable to wear, it's colors right up my alley. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Pillow Talk, which is kind of a beigey pink, which I really like and I love the formulation. Dior Addict Extreme lipstick in Silhouette probably should have been in the peach category. It is a pale kind of pinky peach color, which is again very comfortable to wear and I love this formulation. Devastated it's been discontinued. I really love the formulation of the NYX Butter Gloss, especially this color, which is an Angel Food Cake. It's a great beigey pink and the formulation is really lovely. The next two shades are very similar. We have the Hourglass lipstick in Fresco and then the Sephora Rouge Balm in Bashful Beige. I like both of these colors. The formulation on both of these lipsticks is great. I'm almost down to the nub on both of them, so I'm gonna keep them and use them up. Going to say goodbye to this shade, which is the Bourjois liquid lipstick in Nudist. Not because I don't like it, because I really do like the shade of this, but the formulation has gone off. However, I will be keeping the last shade, which is the Lancome Matte Shaker in Beige Vintage, because this is a great liquid lipstick and I love the color. I'm not sure if this is discontinued, but the Sonia Kashuk Velvety Lip Pencil in Berry Nude is a gorgeous matte lipstick. I just never reached for it, so I'm gonna say goodbye to that. I will be keeping the NARS Matte Velvet Lip Pencil though in Dolce Vita. It's a little bit of a sheer wash of color, but I really like it on the lips. Next is another discontinued formulation from Bite Beauty. It's the High Pigment Lip Pencil in Rhubarb. I love this color actually, and I don't wear this enough, but it's one of my favorite kind of berry colors. Going to say goodbye to this Bite Beauty Lip Duo in Cafe and Pepper. I just never wear it. This is the Amuse Bouche lipstick from Bite Beauty in Verbena, and I love the color. It's a beautiful rich terracotta, but for some reason, it's just not as easy to wear as I thought it would be, so I'm saying goodbye to this. I really like this Laura Mercier lipstick in Spiced Rose. It's a rosy beige color, and it looks really nice on lips. I don't wear this enough, so I'm definitely gonna bring this out a little bit more. Although I love this lipstick from NARS, it's the Sheer Dolce Vita, I'm going to say goodbye to it because I've used a lot of it up and I feel like the formulation has gone off a little. Another custom lipstick from Bite Beauty, this one I'm going to be keeping. It is kind of a dusty rose shade and I love the color on my lips. MAC Plumful is a bit of a chameleon. It can look a little bit different depending on what I wear with it and what time of year. Sometimes it comes off more purple, sometimes it's more berry, but I really love this lipstick. MAC in Syrup is a sheer lighter version of MAC Plumful, so I still like wearing it. It's slightly different on the lips. It's a little bit more of a sheer wash of color. I forgot to swatch the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Bond Girl, but you guys know there's no way I'm getting rid of this. It's one of my favorite lipsticks. Here's another quick overview of the lipsticks that I'm keeping and then the ones I'm saying goodbye to. Here is a swatch of the berry lipsticks that I have. So the first one is Violette Coquette from Lancome. I've had this for a long time and it's the only kind of purpley lipstick that I own, but it's such a great formulation. It's so smooth to apply and very comfortable on the lips. Then we have the Matte Revolution lipstick in Bond Girl, which again is also very pretty. It is that like a brownie red, but it looks really nice on the lips, much nicer than swatched. This is the Femme Rouge lipstick from Hourglass in Nocturnal. Also really love this formulation. It's quite lovely. I'm really disappointed that they discontinued it, and it is like a muted berry. I should have swatched this lipstick, which is from Bite Beauty, and then the Marc Jacobs Boy Gorgeous beside each other because they're very similar but different. So this is the Bite Beauty lipstick that I had custom made, so that doesn't really have a name, but it's really great. It is like a deep berry shade. I also really love the Marc Jacobs Boy Gorgeous. It's slightly deeper and richer, but also a really great formulation. The middle shade here is the Bite Beauty High Pigment Lip Pencil in Meritage. It's also in the berry family, but it's a little bit more wearable, and I also really love the formulation of this. Then we have this CoverGirl lipstick in Eternal, which is more of a pink than a berry, so probably should have gone with the pinks, but I'm gonna say goodbye to this because I hardly ever wear it. And I prefer these like berry shades when it comes to like a brighter lip color like that. I'm also going to be saying goodbye to the Dior Fluid Stick in Vertigo. I really love the formulation of this, but this just kind of has gone off, and I also really love the color because it was like a really pretty berry. I have been debating whether or not to keep the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick because it is a great formulation. It's one of the better liquid lipsticks out there. I do prefer, in terms of a liquid lipstick, the Matte Shaker from Lancome, and I also quite like this color, but I just decided that I don't wear it enough, so I'm gonna say goodbye to this. The last three lipsticks are reds. So the first one is the MAC and Guillaume Batista Volley lipstick in Charlotte. Then we have the NARS Matte Velvet Lip Pencil in Cruella, which I love. I actually have two of these. They were like a birthday gift, I think, from Sephora. And then the last one is Red Lizard. So out of the three, I'm only going to be keeping Cruella. I really love the color of the MAC lipstick, but it is so drying. Remind me to never buy another matte lipstick from MAC because I just can't get over how dry they are. This is not even a retro matte, it's just a regular matte, and I still find it to be very drying on the lips. Red Lizard is one of my favorite red lipsticks in general, but I have had this for a really long time now, so I'm just gonna say goodbye to it. I have used quite a bit of it though, as you can see. It's one of my favorite reds. I would not hesitate to repurchase this again. So here's an overview of the lip products that I will be keeping versus the ones that I'm going to say goodbye to. So these are all of the lipsticks that I'm going to be keeping. It's still a fair amount, but I'm very happy with what I'm keeping versus what I'm saying goodbye to. So those were all of the lip products that I have. Like I said, there's probably a couple of lip balms floating around, but overall that's like the bulk of my lip products, especially the lipsticks. I just started off with about 55 lipsticks. Now I'm keeping 34 and I'm saying goodbye to 21. And I think that's still pretty good. It's about a 38% decrease. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of my makeup collection and declutter series for 2018. Come back tomorrow for my next episode, which will hopefully be blushes. Also, don't forget to check out the other lipstick declutters that I have done in the past, or some of my other decluttering videos. I will link a couple of them here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.